Internal Audiovisual Archive of Registry Documents. Document being archived IHA62. Itinerant Soviet Republic of Transmortemia. Archivist Lawrence Lyer, Reevaluation Department. Location manifests between the borders of countries due to reality bending nature. Status active. Description and behavior. The itinerant Soviet Republic of Transmortemia, ISRT, previously known as the Ethereal Duchy of Transmortemia, is an anomalous necro-marxist nation-state that frequently relocates itself via its reality-bending properties. It typically manifests at various international borders, effectively temporarily wedging itself between countries. Often, Transmortemia can spend months to years not appearing anywhere noticeable on Earth. This is largely due to its relatively small size of about 1,000 square miles, 2,590 kilometers squared, coupled with the fact that it cannot be observed from the air or space, with the affected area appearing as it usually would if looked at from above. The purported history of Transmortemia is that it was originally a largely unimportant principality in what is now either modern Germany or Hungary. Sources vary. Ruled by a family line known for their intense paranoia. Eventually, the rulers of this principality would conspire with a cabal of demons to bring themselves a sense of security. This resulted in the construction of the Transmortemia Temple, specifically for human sacrifices to this cabal of demons, said to be the origin of both the anomalous properties and name of Transmortemia. The human sacrifices seemed to function as a means to provide the power necessary to maintain the land's anomalous mobility. Eventually, sometime in the 1920s, a communist revolution would take place, deposing the ruling family and trapping the cabal of demons in their temple. The communist revolutionaries were led by Gustav Kelly, an American who had gotten trapped in the country and quickly developed a form of communism utterly obsessed with death as being the ultimate equalizer. Ultimately, this led to the revolutionaries creating a policy that all residents of the ISRT are required to be dead, a policy enforced by the masses of corpses themselves. It is currently theorized that this decision was somehow influenced by the demons in order to maintain a flow of power. When entering the ISRT, its weather will always be consistent with that of Central Europe in that time of year, regardless of its current location. The most noticeable thing will be the piles of corpses in the fields and streets. These piles are animate and hostile. They will seek to enforce the policy of universal death for residents, which includes anyone in Transmortemia. Escape from Transmortemia is so far deemed to be impossible, as attempting to leave causes the border of the country to spit up the person's cells equally around the border. Excursions into the ISRT by our operatives have yielded little besides some basic history and the loss of our operatives. Recommended actions. Firstly, it is important to be constantly vigilant while traveling, especially when crossing borders. Be aware of any sudden shifts to Central European climate and architecture. Please alert any local authorities if you notice the presence of the ISRT so that they may close any and all routes to it. If you do manage to end up in the itinerant Soviet Republic of Transmortemia, your death is pretty much assured, whether by the moving corpse piles or just starving to death. The best use of your time is to attempt to warn others away. Try to set up large eye-catching signs as warnings. There is also likely enough leftover equipment from the failed excursions from both us and other organizations to maintain a radio signal alerting those in range. End archive.